Welcome to Planet Yokoshima. Constant laboratory, infinite imagination, and joy. Coloring monochrome celluloid, ethereal art, calligraphy, logos, love letters, books, fashion accessories, things you've never seen before. Explore. Later in this video. Be free to chase after freedom. Just be fucking brave, bitch. I'm gonna fucking run away, bitch. I don't have to fucking suffer like that. I was already mentally unstable back home, but when I came here, I had to heal by myself. I had no friends, no family. I think I was homeless. People told me I didn't look homeless. I like literally you would see me like in the park where I lived in the bench. You would see me like putting cream or I fought to graduate. I always fought to graduate, even like because I used to learn Japanese back then, so I used to cheat in Japanese Arabic. So it's like basically if people gonna read it. Japanese number 8 is survived homelessness. You know how hard it was? I'm so fucking grateful for my homeless. Right now, the future me, who's like a superstar, a singer on the stage, is relying on me now to do something about it until I reach. But I'm so brave that I can fucking do everything at this point. I was met with death a bazillion times. Every time I quit a job, I had more anxiety. But I had to pretend in the new job that I'm such a because like I was humiliated and like harassed in my jobs because I was such a scared person. So I was trying in every new job, I was trying to show like, hey, I'm not scared, I know what I want. And in the end, I literally became this person. I'm just like right now, if I want something, just be like, hey, I want this. What can you help me? And I can help you. Like I've become this. Say good. Especially to yourself, it's really hard. But this anxiety and stuff, this is just like literally coming from dreading over the past and being afraid of the future, so you're not living the moment. So yeah, because I've gone through everything, my coping mechanism was always just living the moment. Even when I was homeless, I was always smiling, I was always kind with people, but that's how goodness came back to me. People were just like talking to me, sometimes like be a fucking pathetic bitch, because you're gonna get fucked. Like, and if you're already being like somebody who hates people online and judge because you're not judging yourself, you've already fucked up. But hey, there's always room for healing still and changing. So be good, you bitch. Let's start the video. What's up, streamers? It's Yokoshima. I wanted to do something different because the recent videos had been either off my chest, which is like visiting the past, and that would be negative. Otherwise, it's just like my daily series episodes of 3 years to becoming a superstar. So I wanted to do something different, something fun. I've been so busy, but yeah, I just wanted to do something that is fun. So as you can see, that's why I'm wearing the fun LED glasses, nice and pretty. I chose the blue color because I'm wearing blue. Let's start, shall we? I want to tell you like 15 things that I'm grateful I've done for myself, and I want you to tell me yours down in the comments, because as I said, I will say in my videos, I do fucking care. Like people know me. The first thing I do when I wake up is look at the comments, because I just love people. I love talking to people. I love seeing what the world is up to. Like if you don't know me, like literally that's what I always tell people to do. It's like literally tell me what you've been up to. But anyways, I'm very snoopy, but I love it. I enjoy talking to people. Okay, done with the intro. So let's start. Yeah, so excited. So I'm going to list this starting from the day I ran away from the country to Australia up until now. For those who do not know, you can go see my video why I ran away from the richest country in the world, so you can get an idea of what my story is. Okay, so the first thing would be the first and foremost, obviously, running away. Man, you don't know how hard it was just like for me to actually be myself. Like this is the thing, my story is so long. So basically I am very grateful that I was brave to basically literally become the god of myself and write my own fate. Actually go to my Off My Chest series, you would come to know that I'm my own fate maker, my own author of my fate. So yes, I'm grateful for myself that I ran away and did the craziest of decisions, man. The craziest of decisions just to be where I am today, like to be free, to chase after freedom. Just be fucking brave, you bitch, okay? It's worth it in the end. The second thing would be being smart and sneaky. So when I came here, I ran away as a student. So because I was poor, and the government back home, because it's a rich government, so they paid for my scholarship. So when I came here, so basically if you come with a scholarship, they tell you, like they give you specific major to choose from. But because I'm an artist, I was never able to find the major that was like good for me and to do with my dreams and future. Only one thing was that English literature. I can study English literature so I can become a writer, which I am right now. But the home country I've come from, they do not allow the English literature
pathway. I don't know why, but I talked to the university about that, my university, and we tweaked it in such a way that basically we deceived them. Like, I told them like, hey, this is my story, and then they were like, you know what, we want to help you. So basically they just, what they did in my papers, like literally put like that I'm studying English literature and like between brackets for English teaching purposes, just like literally for teaching purposes, and I was approved. Very fucking lucky. Yeah, I was always smart and sneaky. Even like when I was just planning this escape, I was just like silent about it. I've always failed high school, but since I just told myself I'm gonna fucking run away, bitch, I don't have to fucking suffer like that. So what I've done is kept myself silent about it. I graduated from high school, and then my mother wanted me to stay to study like at home and stuff, but it's a long story. I could not. Fell into depression. I had a suicide attempt. And then my mother was like, and I told my mother, you want me to stay here? I'm gonna murder myself. And she was like, mm-hmm. She just like signed the papers, and away I went, because like my relationship with my family anyway was broken, fragile since I was young. And lucky me, my iPhone ran out of storage, so I had to delete stuff. Yeah, so I was living with mama, but our relationship was a piece of shit. Like, she never asked about me or how I was going. My point is, so I was able to travel abroad, and she was able to sign the papers. It's because my father is not in our like, he can't meddle in my business, so I was able to run away thanks to my mother. I don't know what she was doing in the background. She is always doing her own thing, and whatever she wants gets. What I'm trying to say is, yes, I was smart and sneaky. Okay, so number 3, got out there to live and even got on stage, high-fiving people. So the first few days when I came here in Australia by myself, my English was poor, I had no money as well, like, it's a long story. But I was fucked, like, mentally, I was already mentally unstable back home, but when I came here, I had to heal by myself. I had no friends, no family, I was by myself. And it was very scary, but I'm so grateful for myself to push through. I went out there to live, I met people, I even went on stage to sing. I used to, yeah. I became such a social butterfly. I used to be such a mute, like literally my mother used to laugh like at a table. Like when we used to eat, when we could, she used to just always say like, look at this person, they're just like mute, and just like laughing at me. So I was literally, I remember for a whole year, I was basically mute. I never talked, I was always failing, it doesn't matter. That's in the past. But yeah, but shame to say is I literally healed. So I came here, I was on my way of healing, and I started to become a social butterfly. I started high-fiving people, not in an obnoxious way. I was just legitimately given off, and given even myself off, the energy of like, hey, let's have fun. Like literally, that's me. Like, with no obnoxiosity at all. This is me. This like still happens nowadays. People are just like, when I tell them like, you have to sparkle with Riz so people can sparkle with Riz with you. There are so many people who hate hearing that. And I'm like, bitch, you lack Riz. Like, you need fucking Riz to be sparkling. If you're a fucking superstar, bitch, don't be a fucking bitch that's like crying in a corner, crying behind a screen, bitch. Yeah, I got out there, I even went on stage. This is another thing, so I had such anxiety, I went on stage. It's just crazy how I was actually even able to go on stage. Because all my life I was living like in a locked away room. Probably people who are living basically in my channel, who always watch my videos, you probably are bored of me always saying that. But yeah, growing up I was like locked in a cage basically of a room. So yeah, when I suddenly came to Australia, I was like suddenly out there. Like, the sky is limitless. Even the trams were very scary for me. The crowd was so sudden. I don't know how I survived, man. But I made it through. That's why I'm grateful for myself. Anyways, next. Number 4. Taught myself how to cook and clean. So I've come from it's really toxic upbringing, and we were abandoned, me and my siblings, in a very like like apocalyptic environment, like living. So my mother never cleaned. We were never taught how to clean and cook. So, which is another story. But like when I came here, I didn't know how to cook, and it was a long story. But anyway, it was that toxic that even to this day, sometimes the toxicity still creeps in. I don't know how to explain it. That's like another story. But yeah. So I started teaching myself how to cook and clean. And right now it's because I lived throughout my life with the like very bad environment. When I came here, I became a cleanness freak to a point. Even when I was homeless, I was so fucking clean. Like, even I took care of myself so bad. Like, when I was homeless, people didn't think I was homeless. People told me I didn't look homeless. I like literally you would see me like in the park where I lived in the bench. You would see me like putting creams or like just like in my body and like my feet, or sometimes just like what do you call it, like have a like a face wipe like from my oil, the oil on my face and stuff. But yeah, I've become such a cleanness freak, took care of myself and stuff. And to this day right now I have like a bidet and I have like a soap nearby, so I'm just like fucking cleanness freak. And I have toilet paper and everything that I need to make everything sparkle. I've taught myself how to cook and clean, which also reminds me, I bought myself a multi-purpose cooker, such a life changer. Ever since buying that, I've been able to eat so much more properly, like I swear. Without this multi-purpose cooker, I wouldn't have, like I'm still finding cooking a chore with it there, like just right there. It literally like changed my life. I just literally before going to shower, for example, I would exercise and everything. I would just chuck some rice, even if I was like super lazy. I would just like literally chuck everything, just like cut like vegetables or whatever. Just like chuck them with the rice and just let them cook with the rice. That's like how easy it made my life. Next would be number 5. I fought to graduate. I always fought to graduate, even like in high school. It was very hard, but I used to cheat because I used to learn Japanese back then. So I used to cheat in Japanese Arabic. So it's like basically if people gonna read it, Japanese people won't be understanding it because it's like Japanese Arabic, and Arabic people understand it obviously because it's Japanese. But yeah, I cheated my way. I'm grateful for myself that I fought so hard, obviously. But yeah, no, really, it was very crazy. But suddenly, like imagine like you've been failing so much, and then suddenly once I got my dream, chase after my dream to become a singer, which I've been silent quite about, I literally started a YouTube channel. I was just like acing everything, which is fucking crazy, and literally shown me how I had so much potential to actually become such a fucking great student. Because suddenly I became so good that even the Arabic language that I always failed, my Arabic teacher like fell in love with me. Like we just really like loved each other, like a creepy connection, but we always liked each other. I was praised her, she always praised me. But once I started the YouTube channel and she found out that I was singing in it, she changed. That's how toxic like the society I lived in. She was just like, what happened to you, you need God, fuck off. Which is sad. I really liked her. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I really fought to graduate, even like when I was in university, especially because I was studying English literature. Like imagine, I was the only international student with a poor English studying English literature amongst all other Australians. And like not only just Australians, I'm talking old. There are so many old people with me. And still I aced it and I fucking graduated, bitch. But yeah, I fought for it. It was not fucking easy. But I fought, and I'm so grateful for myself that I fought for it, because I really just wanted to stay in here, because as I said, I came here as a student and I didn't know what my future looked like. So I was scared. So basically all my life, ever since I came to Australia, my future was uncertain. Like I didn't know where I was going to be. Am I going to go back and kill myself, or am I going to stay here? And if I stayed here, what's going to happen to me next? Because I was failing to make it as a singer. I had such anxiety. So I was drinking a lot. I was buying a lot of things because I thought that I might be forced to go back. And if I was going to be forced to go back, that means I'm going to kill myself here. So what happened? And my self-exit here. So what happened is that's why I was basically living my life to the fullest. I wore whatever I wanted to wear, and I had so many tattoos. Like all the tattoos you see is like back then, before even I went homeless. Which let's talk about the next step. Yeah, so what happened is before going homeless, which is like upon graduation from university, I stayed true to myself. So which means like I actually, because I forgot to say this, so all my life I was living as a guy. Like I was living as a he. I've never, even like when I fantasize like with love situation, always a he. Like I never felt sexy. I never loved myself until I thought myself as a guy. And I always like went out with my brother. I used to wear his, we used to always like share our outfits. He used to call me with a guy name as well, but it's a long story. But so I've always knew that I was a trans man, but I knew that they are, I see them on the internet and stuff, but I didn't know actually that I can go through transitioning it. I just knew, I thought that people living it and that's it. I didn't know they can transition. And back then, being a transgender wasn't a big thing, let alone in my society. I'm like back-minded and traditional. Anyway, so yeah, I stayed true to myself, And just before graduating, that's when I knew where I wanted to be. Just like I reconnected with my lost dream to become an artist. So basically, when I was young, when I was like a child, I made such a great artist. And when I hit 9 years old, when I was forced to wear the hijab and I was like expected to do things that I was born, like I was raised in the most toxic kind of Islam, and I was wearing like the samusa hijab and everything, and it's a long story. So I've come from literally my greatest grandfather is the Prophet himself, because I'm al-Musawi, which means like we al-Musawi family, we were treated differently. So basically me and like the males of my family are called His Highness or like Master, and the females were called Alwiya, which means like Her Highness. So like that's how much responsibility and expectation was upon my shoulders to like make them happy. I was given a name that was not for me. It was like for religious and like worship reasons. I've lost my train of thought. So I'm trying to say is I basically stayed true to myself, and I came here and I was brave enough to actually find a way that I can transition to finally like become myself. Yeah, I remembered what I was gonna say. Yeah, so when I was 9 years old, all my dreams were killed. I wanted to be a ballet dancer. I wanted to be a dancer in general. I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be an artist. All my dreams were crushed. So I used to cry. I had depression and anxiety all my life, basically, because like there was like domestic violence and everything. My life was a piece of shit. Anyway, so I'm trying to say is that when I stayed true to myself and I transitioned, that's when I was starting to feel like myself. I was starting to actually like lean towards like being an artist, my artistry side of self. I was starting to slowly reconnect with it, but that was unfortunate because I was literally just a few months before I was going to graduate. So basically, as soon as I graduated, I didn't have time. Like just a few months before graduating, it was too late. Like I was writing a book to do on my story. I was becoming like I reconnected with becoming a photographer. It's a long story, guys. You can go watch Off My Chest or just buy my book, The Homeless Photographer, to explain everything. But yeah, so it was too late for me to make it as an artist, to make a living, and I had social anxiety and like mental problems. I couldn't actually get a stable job, which actually comes to the next point. Number 8 is survived homelessness. You know how hard it was? I'm so fucking grateful for my homeless me. I just literally survived homelessness like 2022, I think, 2021. Like this is the place. This is my first home ever, guys, and I'm 30. But I forgot to explain why I said that this is my first home ever. That's because like growing up, I was never welcomed in my home. Like I was never welcomed in life. I was always told, I wish I never brought you to life, and I was always beaten and stuff. So yeah, this is my first homey, like home sweet home, basically. Anyway, so many dark things to talk about. Like I was raped and stuff. There's like a lot of shit. I'm just mentioning this because like so just in case somebody else wants to relate and feel like, no, I had it worse. Bitch, I've gone through it all, bitch, okay? There's always somebody who has gone through worse. So yes, you can do it. I just want to inspire fucking people, man. And these are some of my achievements and more to come, baby. I'm so grateful for myself to survive homelessness. It was such a big hard fight. There were so many times where I have given up, looking at the tree nearby, just imagining myself self-exiting, imagining my silhouette in the dark. It was very hard. I have to make a separate video to do with homelessness. But yeah, I'm grateful for myself to survive homelessness. This is the biggest thing in my whole life. I'm like biggest thing. I'm grateful for myself that I have done for myself. I knew this future self would be so proud of me. Like just this future me that I'm right now relied so much on that past me that I was once. You know how crazy it is? The way like right now the future me, who's like a superstar, a singer on the stage, is relying on me now to do something about it until I reach. But I'm so brave that I can fucking do everything at this point. I was met with death a bazillion times. I'm very grateful that I was able to hang in there, be strong. One of the strongest people to have walked in this planet. 9, fake it until you make it. Crazy. It was very hard. I was homeless. I had to pick myself out of homelessness. So I lied in my resume that I was a waiter. I jumped from a job to a job. It was very hard. I like literally my first time in a job, I was crying. I didn't know how to talk to people. Literally, like the first encounter was like a customer said, "Are you open?" And I panicked and started crying. It was very hard. That's how hard it was. I used to go to a manager and be like, my jaw is so clenched and like it's shuddering. I can't talk to the customers. I can't take orders. That's how bad it was. And yet, fake it until you make it. I was just like, hi, how can I get your order? It was so fucking hard. Anxiety 24/7 from going to work to coming back, writing down my anxieties was so fucking hard. But I'm so grateful for myself that I faked it until I made it, until right now that I got my permanent residency. Quitting jobs for my mental health, that's what I did. Even though I was struggling, I was quitting just for mental health, just trying to find better jobs. Like in every new job, you don't know how hard it is. I was pretending to be that I'm not anxious, which is like worse, because like every time I quit a job, I had more anxiety. But I had to pretend in the new job that I'm such a because like I was humiliated and like harassed in my jobs because I was such a scared person. So I was trying in every new job, I was trying to show like, hey, I'm not scared, I know what I want. And in the end, I literally became this person. I'm just like, right now, if I want something, just be like, hey, I want this. What can you help me? And I can help you. Like, I've become this strong right now. But anyway, so I quit jobs and for mental health. And then 10, I held on until I got my PR. As I said, I was struggling and I held on. I was like, depression was something that I was drinking more than I was drinking water. But anyway, yeah, I'm just so grateful for myself. I was able to hold on until I got the PR, because I didn't know, even I wasn't certain that I was gonna get the PR, but I got it. And then next, 11, I quit to heal. So I was in hospitality for like over 5 years, and I couldn't make it anymore. This is the only experience I had. So I just really wanted to make it as an artist and stuff. So I quit to focus on my passion. I was able to, because when I got my PR, I was able to get governmental support. So the government support was basically helping me to get job seeker, so helping me trying to get a better job for my mental well-being. So as I was trying to find this, I was focusing on myself. So I made my dream true to make my book, The Homeless Photographer. So when I was homeless, I had a camera and I took pictures. You can go get that book. It's on my website. The other book is Anthology of Feelings Volume 1. So it's just like the volume 1 of the whole anthology feeling set that I'm working on. But the volume 1 is out. It's literally like poems and thoughts I was writing when I was homeless. And I put them into books. So that's also another book out of the way. Next, right now I'm working on the third book. But yeah, as you see, I've quit to heal and focus on my passions. And everything is getting, just like literally recently, my life I'm starting to get discovered. And it's so rewarding. After all that fight, it's so rewarding. Yes, the universe provides for those who strive. Okay, 12, that's like right now in my healing journey. So I'm like taking care of myself I've never taken care of myself this much. Basically, I see myself as a pet or a child of my own, and I'm spoiling myself because I fucking deserve it after everything that I went through. Especially when I was like a child, I was always beaten and shit. But anyway, self-love as its finest. As I say, I'm gonna talk about something else just sitting next to me. So I quit smoking, I've been eating a healthy diet, I've been exercising, I've been running. Finally, just for the first time ever today, I saw that I am 51 kilograms. This is literally achievement. This is my whole life. 51 kilograms is a miracle to me. That's how much well I'm doing. It's crazy. Like literally today I haven't been looking at my weight because I felt like, what's the point? It's always down. But I'm taking care of myself so good that it's 51 right now. The next aim is 52. Anyway, so yeah, no smoking, quit smoking, the best thing I've ever done to myself, honestly. My mouth is happy, like it's pinkish again. I feel so, the anxiety is gone. This anxiety just like you need a cigarette and shit. I'm so glad. Like, I couldn't believe it. This is the thing. My relationship with smoking was so fucking close that was hard. I really thought that I would never stop smoking. Even like when people told me to stop smoking, I get so angry. I was just like, no, this is the only thing that I want to do. It's just like, oh, there's so many people who lived so long, although they're smokers. Quit smoking, and right now I don't even want to be near, I don't want to even smell it. Anyways, I'm back to exercising, even stretching, and pimple patch. I've always struggled with having pimples on my face. Rusai! Good timing. And right now I literally have, so yeah, I'm taking care of myself so good that I found out about these pimple patches. I bet that you weren't able to see them, but I'll leave it here because I don't have time, but I'll show you. So they are the best things I've ever done to myself. People always tell me like I have a flawless skin. I don't have a flawless skin. Having flawless skin doesn't exist. But yeah, I take care of my skin as much as I can. What else next? Back to stretching. So when I was young, I used to be able to do the split and stuff, and because I was in gymnastics, is it called gymnastics? When you become so agile and flexible, I forgot the word. But yeah, right now I'm back to this. I'm back to being agile. I'm back to being able to do splits, and like I can do the wheel and stuff, and also like go flip backwards and like front and stuff. The only thing I can't do is bring my feet to my back, which is like right now, that's my focus. But yeah, I'm back to stretching. I didn't think that my body would be able to do that anymore. After surviving homelessness, it was so stiff. I felt so tired and old, and fuck that. Look at me. I even became more young. Like when I was homeless, I looked so much older. Like look at me. I feel young again. So about mentality. Yes, think it, become it. I learned the biggest lesson in life. Number 13, holding up while coping with depression. That I spoke about it. So I opened up. Basically what have been happening, you guys don't know, like this self-discovery and like being out there, being myself right now, being happy. This is very recent, like literally a month ago. This is like literally the second month. Like if you look at my my daily series, 3 years to become a superstar, we are literally on our second month. And that started from, so the first video I did is like literally me crying. I've never cried in my life. So in the video I was crying, and the title of the video was just like all the mental problems that I have, all the mental disorders, and I was crying and I was just like, I'm afraid, I don't think I can be happy. When I hear people laughing, it's a very depressing video. You can go see it. I don't want to go through it. But yeah, that's how bad I was, and I'm very grateful for myself that I pushed myself to talk about it, to put it out of me in some way, because I don't have friends and stuff. It's a long story, but I left my ex-friends because it's toxic. It was very toxic. I need new friends. But yeah, I'm very grateful for myself that I opened up, because that's opening up. That's what brought people to me. They're just like, oh, your channel is great. You actually just need to be discovered. They love my art. They love my books. Just like recently, somebody bought my books. I'm so thankful for them. Yeah, people are buying my art, and I really, yeah, if you want to support me, you already heard my story, and you can see that I'm somebody who deserves to be loved and deserves to be discovered. Yes, everybody like me who's like, I want to take with this channel, like with this inspiring people, I want to take everybody who feels the same and who had been going through a lot, not to make excuses and become a bad person or whatever. Bitch, I've gone through it all, you bitch, okay? Be a good person. That's how like goodness is coming to me and visiting, like karma exists. So yes, I'm very grateful for myself that I was holding up and I went out there, because it's coming back to me. Yes, just open yourself, just be transparent. That's why I learned. Yeah, be transparent. Yes, number 14, staying good and despite everything I just told you about. Yes, so staying humble and serving, and kind of loving to oneself and all, and especially being brave. I've always been fucking brave. So stay good, especially to yourself. It's really hard. But this anxiety and stuff, this is just like literally coming from dreading over the past and being afraid of the future, so you're not living the moment. So yeah, because I've gone through everything, my coping mechanism was always just living the moment. Even when I was homeless, I was always smiling, I was always kind with people, but that's how goodness came back to me. People were just like talking to me, sometimes like I literally have so many stories. I've got a guy who just like literally jumped over a fence where he lived and then came back to give me money just because we were chatting. But yeah, be good. Be fucking good. Don't be fucking sneaky, bitch, because it's gonna get back and eat your ass, bitch, okay? Look at my fucking story. I've gone through so much and I've never hurt anybody. Don't be a fucking pathetic bitch, because you're gonna get fucked, like. And if you're already being like somebody who hates people online and judge because you're not judging yourself, you've already fucked up. But hey, there's always room for healing still and changing. So be good, you bitch. Okay, anyways. Number 15 is the craziest and most recent one. Is experimenting with everything that I can do, because I'm making up for everything that I have lost in my life. Singing, like if you go to my Planet Yokoshima, which is my website, you can see that I'm doing so many fucking things. I have got so many talents that have gone lost that I'm still cultivating, and I will never stop cultivating. I want to dance. I want to go to like dancing lessons. I want to go to fashion designing classes, so I can start. Like I'm very fucking creative. I'm very fucking talented. Like I've always put myself down for it, but right now I fucking see it. Guys, you can go see my website. I do so many fucking things. I just overproduce, and this is also backfired at me, because right now I'm struggling, right? And I overproduce, and I'm so overproducing, like I'm so fucking creative that my website looks like, make people think that I'm doing so so good. They make people think that I'm so successful. I'm still on this journey. Like literally, when I go apply for art grants or like opportunities, the only all the time the answers I'm getting is like, oh, we're giving it to somebody else because you look like you're better off. This is always the same thing. You look like better off, and they always come back to me very late, and I'm just like have to tell them like, why didn't you like listen to my story? Why don't you just like literally go to my about artist page? Why don't you just look at my books? Like literally my story itself, that I've gone through everything and I've survived everything. Not good enough. But yeah, this is why I'm gonna go out there, which is what I'm doing right now, and then I'm gonna bring what I deserve to me. That's what you have to fucking do in this fucking age, in this fucking cruel society nowadays. You go out there and bring it to yourself from the hair. Okay, you fucking pull it. This is crazy, probably because of domestic violence. That's how I see it. Crazy to me how anger made me portray it as pulling someone's hair. It's crazy. That's how much angry I am. But anyway, I'm trying to say is go out there and bring what you deserve, not by the hair. You have to be actually gentle to like enjoy the ride, enjoy the waves. So actually like grabbing it by the hand, so like it comes to you gracefully, and you take your time to think and heal and just develop yourself as a person and improve to become better. Tell me what you have done, because when you tell me, it always helps me. Like when I hear people say things, literally, there's so many people like I talk to in private, they know themselves. They know, like literally, they tell me such simple things. They don't know how big of an impact it does to me. So yeah, it's never perfect. Like life is never perfect. If I have so many wisdom, there's also still so much wisdom for me to learn. So yes, togetherness. So do tell me what are your own favorite things that you have done for yourself. Maybe it can help me learn something new to do myself. How can I fucking forget the best fucking thing ever that the first thing that always came to mind, and I literally made this video for, and I've forgotten it still. To-do list. To-do lists changed my life. Like to-do lists helped me survive homelessness. I can't function without a to-do list. I have a to-do list on my phone, and I have a weekly to-do list, and I also have a to-do list on my chalkboard. And I've been accomplishing so much. That's why I'm always chill, because everything is nice and clear, and literally like, this is crazy. And this week, my motto is love to all. It's very crazy because right now it happens that I'm actually spreading love to all. But yeah, it's books week, so which means like I'm working on a book, and I just somebody bought my books. So if you want to have a look, if you're interested in my books that I always dreamt to make and I finally made by my own, you can go check them out. That's how much fucking creative I am. The books are so professional looking. It's so beautifully made. Everything I've done from scratch, even my website, everything is self-made, even my name. Be like that. Be your own god. Like the Japanese tattoo kami I have here. My own god. But yeah, anyway, as I always say, to a better future. Thank you for visiting my planet. Without you, my planet is lonely AF. Get wherever you learned back to your planet, cultivate your planet, make it nice and colorful. So when people visit you, you have a lot of awesome things to share, like me. So I like to think at least. So yeah, another thing that I do as well is not only art and books, I also have fashion accessories. So I have so many things that you might be interested in. Do support me, because I'm fucked, because I'm late, 170 something late for the internet bill. But I'm doing my best, and I'm working so hard that I'm still moving on. Like I literally just graduated from a course for entrepreneurship for my fashion business I just started, and I'm moving on. Like literally my next stop is mental health. This is like my just in case. This is how smart and sneaky. Mental health. So if my business, like art and fashion business, were not yet successful, and I would go busking as well. So busking is like selling my things outside. So if that didn't also work out, which shouldn't, because that's so many tourists, I should go just out there. I'm still struggling with anxiety. But anyway, if it didn't work out, I'll have a plan B, which is mental health, because I'm so fucking great at changing people's lives. Like every time I just bump into somebody outside, I leave them, like they literally thank me, and I'm just like, thank you, the gratitude is shared, thank you for the company. What I'm trying to say is never fucking give up. I'm restless, I fucking work so hard. I forgot Pip Pip. This is like self-love at its finest. Oh my god, how can I forget Pip Pip? I bought this from Daiso, and I didn't like plushies because it always made me self-conscious as a guy. But ever since buying Pip Pip, I've been so happy being myself, just like because I think love me please, I give you love. I healed the childhood and with beep beep. I called it beep beep because you know when you call cats like different things and just like you stick with a strange name. That's what happened with this. I was just like beep 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 beep, and they just like beep 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 beep. So yeah, this is beep beep. Beep beep gives me love. But yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm so grateful for myself that I got beep beep. Grateful. I've lost my train of thought as always. If you're new, that's always happens to me. I don't know if it's like a trauma thing that I always talk over myself. Anyway, yes, so make your planet as best as you can. I also sell love letters. So basically love letters I write and I put stickers literally. So if you want to have it, to check that out, it's also on my website. And that's about it. To a better future, go back to your galaxy, and you'll probably, hopefully, you're gonna be here as well in my next coming video. So do subscribe if you want us to meet again, and you want to be visiting this planet again and again, because as you see, literally even the outro and intro is made by me, and literally even like the sound effects and everything is just like me. People coming from their galaxy visiting my planet, just like the sound of a spaceship landing and then a spaceship going, which is like right now you're gonna listen to a better future. Bye.
Sub, like, share, and hit the bell notification. Let us spread fun, love, creativity, and inspiration.